Hello, so today's video is going to be a review of two fragrances. One is a women's fragrance and the other is a men's fragrance. The women's fragrance is especially Escada Delicate Notes by Escada, of course, and the men's fragrance is Ungaro pour l'homme 3 by Emanuel Ungaro. And of course I'm going to start by the women's fragrance and then I'm going to move to the men's fragrance, but I chose these two because they have a rose composition in the heart. But of course, if you do not want to watch the review of both fragrances, I am going to leave the time here on the screen when the men's fragrance will start, so that you could skip the part about the women's fragrance and go to watch the men's fragrance. So yes, without further ado, let's start with the review. Alright, so the first fragrance is Escada, especially Delicate Notes by Escada. This has been released in 2012 and this is my second bottle of this size, the 75 mils. I've tried the original especially and the Alexa one, but I prefer this one much more than the others, although they are similar. That's why I chose to bring you this one today. This is the most beautiful rose fragrance. For one reason is because it smells just like rose and it is very fresh and refreshing, sensual, warm and sexy. So if you like the smell of rose water or fresh roses, go and try this one because I think you will enjoy wearing this. This doesn't project very well, probably an arm's length and that's it. But the smell on the skin is very pleasant. It is very rosy, very feminine, soft and delicate. It is exactly like what the name suggests. This opens with grapefruit and pear, but you will immediately start to smell the rose seeping into the opening, and it also extends itself to the base notes. The base notes are just musk and woodsy notes, but you would still be able to smell the rose with the woods and musk. So it is very soft, and this fragrance is a very safe choice for people who love rose fragrances. How long does this last on the skin? Well, the weather's not kidding today. How long does this last on the skin? I would say 5 to 6 hours, and you will still be able to smell it on yourself and on your clothes. Believe it or not, I stopped filming yesterday because the weather went crazy. There was a very heavy storm. It was raining and pouring and all the burglar alarms went on like crazy all over the neighborhood. So I had to stop filming because it was real crazy. Anyway, I was talking about this lovely fragrance, which is the Escada, especially Escada Delicate Notes. And I said that I would recommend this for anybody who is in love with rose scents because it is a very safe choice. It is very feminine and very soft, very warm. And another thing to mention about this fragrance before I forget, when my husband sprays this one, the Jill Sander for Men, which I reviewed or I mentioned in my top 5 men's fragrances for the summer, when my husband sprays this, I don't know why, for some reason I remember this scent. So if you want to be matchy together, men and women, buy these two and you will feel very harmonious. I would recommend that you wear it in the winter or when it is a bit cool because it is very nice and feminine. So this is Escada, especially Escada Delicate Notes, and now I am going to review the other fragrance, which is the Ungaro pour l'homme number 3 by Emanuel Ungaro. So yes, let's start. This fragrance has been released in 1993. This is a very popular fragrance because it is affordable, but at the same time it smells really good. It starts aromatic. It has a bit of lemon, very sour lemon, and at the same time there is something a bit sweet and spicy like coriander, and there is lavender, of course. So it kicks off very aromatic and vibrant, and I love that about this fragrance. And although this is a masculine scent, this is the first men's perfume that when I wore it, I thought that, oh well, this works really well on me, especially when it starts to dry down, because the heart has rose as a basic composition and it also has jasmine, lily of the valley in the composition, so the heart is really floral and sensual. I will have to admit that the projection of this one is just like the Escada, especially Escada. It just radiates at about an arm's length and then it starts to sit closer to the skin, but the smell is absolutely gorgeous. I love it personally. I don't think that my husband is so much in love with that, but as a woman, I think this is a very sexy fragrance. If I show you the notes, I think you would notice that the heart has lots of flowers, and on the base it has patchouli and lots of foods. But the good thing about the dry down is that you would still be able to smell the rose in the dry down. So it is woodsy and a bit sweet because of the rose, and a bit vibrant because of the jasmine. So all in all, I think I would give this one an 8 out of 10 for the smell itself. Of course, in general, I think this takes about 7 because it doesn't project very well. And the lasting power on the skin, I would say it is like just over 6 hours, but not more than that. And if you just take a shower, you won't be able to smell it anymore. But anyway, I think as an affordable fragrance, this is a very good choice. And we can't forget that the bottle looks very nice, and the spray top on it is wider, and the atomizer itself is very good. If you want to buy a gift for someone, a fragrance, this would be a safe choice as well. This works very well day and night, and it is very office friendly. It is not offensive at all, probably because this doesn't project and vibrate all over the place. So I think this is an all in all excellent everyday fragrance for anybody, and that's why I chose to review these two fragrances today, because I think these both are very safe fragrances to buy as gifts for someone. But I still think that this one is more universal than this one, because if you hate very strong rosy scents, you might not like this one, but for me, I think many women won't mind wearing a rose scented fragrance. So this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me and that you found these reviews helpful. Please leave me comments, and I'll see you again in my next video. Until then, please be safe. Mwah. Bye.